Welcome to Revenue Growth Live with Darrell Amy. You're about to join an interactive forum where business executives, sales professionals, and marketing leaders share ideas to accelerate growth. While you are here, make sure to like or subscribe to get notifications for future episodes. You're encouraged to get involved in today's live conversation by liking and commenting. Now, let's join Darrell Amy for fresh ideas and innovative strategies to help you grow your business faster.
Hello and welcome back to Revenue Growth Live. Darrell Amy here, growth architect, helping generous leaders in their organizations grow so they can give. And speaking of giving, just the happiest of holidays to everybody. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you're celebrating right now. My wish is that you be able to celebrate it together with friends and family, virtually if necessary. But this would be a time of rest and reflection and rejuvenation as we reflect on the year behind us and the year ahead and all the things we have to be grateful for. And I know I have so many things to be grateful for. And on that list, near the top of that list is all of you, everybody who has helped make this year so much fun. This was a year that a dream of mine came true, which was to be an author, write a book, take the things that I'd learned and put them down on paper to be able to help organizations grow. And so it was such a dream come true. And none of that happens unless somebody buys the book and shares it. And so to everybody who has got a copy of Revenue Growth Engine, to everybody who's given a shout out on social media, to everybody who's left a review on Amazon, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And it has been a phenomenal launch. And I'm really, really excited, not only about all that we've been able to accomplish together in 2020, but what is coming in 2021. And it's going to be an exciting year in 2021. As I said on a podcast a couple of weeks ago, just came out, we got to get it done in 2021. Sounds a little cheesy, but I'll tell you what, it's true. For most organizations, 2021 is a make or break year. For many salespeople, 2021 is a make or break year. And so as we look forward into this new year, one of the things that I'm most excited about as we start the new year, and I want to give a shout out to my good friend, podcast co-host, Larry Levine of Selling from the Heart. And I'm excited. We're going to be launching the 2021 Authentic Selling Challenge. It's going to be January 11th through 22nd, an hour every day, an hour a day of incredible inspiration, ideas, insight, and action from some of the world's best thought leaders, motivators. I'm so excited. I'm just looking at this roster with Mark Hunter, looking at Alice Hyman, Liz Windling. Oh my goodness. I would just go across the list. When you realize and take a look at who is going to be coaching us from January 11th through 22nd, I'm excited. In fact, as we put this event together, and I'll just copy and paste here and put the link in the chat, as Larry and I were dreaming up this event, we really just asked the question, what would we like? What would we like to have in the new year? What would be fantastic in terms of us starting out our new year? And so what we came up with was, hey, we'd like to have these people coaching and encouraging us as the new year comes in. So join us. If you are in sales, you lead a company, we're all in sales, right? Join us. If you have friends that are in sales, if you lead a sales team, share this link with your reps. I put it in the chat. You can go to 2021authenticselling.com and find it and join the challenge. It's absolutely free, thanks to our friends at BombBomb and the Selling from the Heart Insiders Group. And this is going to really be a catalyst, I believe, for a lot of sales professionals to up their game and to make 2021 their best year ever. And so I'll be talking more about that as we move into the new year, as well as the framework for the authentic selling professional that we'll be sharing inside this event. and I think you're absolutely going to love it. And my hope is that this becomes a catalyst for revenue growth in your organization. And when it comes to revenue growth, this is a time where we have to work hard. We've got to work smart as we move into 2021. And one of the questions that I've received over and over again, especially in the fourth quarter, is, Darrell, how do we set goals in a time of such uncertainty? I don't think anybody could have predicted what we would go through in 2020. And I know it's affected every business differently. It's affected every industry differently. But I will say one thing that is the same for all of us is we're living in and kind of stepping into a new year with a lot of uncertainty. And how do we plan in an era of uncertainty? How do we plan at a time when there's so much uncertainty? Well, a couple weeks ago, I put together an answer to this question. We did a live stream on how to set revenue growth goals in an uncertain market. And if this is you right now, I know we're broadcasting here on the 22nd of December. So the new year is right around the corner. If you are in the process of setting goals, or if you have set goals and you are, maybe concerned that are these goals realistic? I challenge you to go to this replay of our live stream. Check it out. I just put it in the chat, and I just realized I also need to put the link to the Selling from the Heart Authentic Sales Challenge in the chat as well. But go and check this replay out. And what you'll find in here is a model to set aggressive but realistic goals. And they're going to be realistic because we're not going to base it on a revenue number or a trend per se. We're going to dial down to the two drivers of revenue. How many clients do you have? What's your revenue per client? And how much do you think you could grow each one of those areas? When you add those up, what you find is the goals become aggressive because they're not linear, they're exponential. And this is something that we really need to do as we're moving into 2021, is we need to make sure that we are setting goals that are aggressive to get us out of the ditch, but realistic in terms of we can't afford to get halfway through the year in 2021 and go, hey, we're not hitting the goals. This happens in so many companies. We get, a couple quarters into the year, summer rolls around and we go, well, we're not hitting the goals. And then someone goes, well, those goals weren't realistic in the first place. And then someone else goes, yeah. And then the whole thing's out the window. We're just flying by the seat of our pants. We need to be able to set goals based on realistic things. So number of clients, revenue per client. You'll learn how to do that in the live stream. You can watch the replay on demand, and you'll also get a tool to help you do that. And it's my heart to make sure that you're stepping into 2021 with all of the tools that you need. Speaking of the tools that you need, one of the points of clarity that I want to talk about today that is so important as we move into this new season and this new year is to understand our ideal client profile. Our ideal client profile. You may call it ideal customer profile. And if you've listened into this podcast, you know how I feel about the difference between customers and clients. Customers go to Walmart to buy toothpaste. Clients go to their dentist, or they go to their doctor or their attorney to get professional advice. And so I prefer to have clients rather than customers. And I think most people in most industries, if you look at what you do, unless you're just in a commodity industry, you'd rather have clients. So anyhow, ideal client profile. I was reading this morning in a fantastic book, Predictable Revenue. And the reason I'm reading this book, other than it's a fantastic book, is I get to talk to Mary Lou Tyler this afternoon, which is going to be so exciting. My interview with Mary Lou Tyler will appear on the Revenue Growth Podcast, releasing tomorrow. So, but as I was reviewing the book, I just, first of all, you can see I'm wearing a highlighter out on this one. But when she came to the chapter on cold calling 2.0, step one, and this is the one that you cannot skip. Step one, what is the most important exercise you must do, must in all caps, to get better results from marketing and sales? Answer: get clear on your ideal client profile. Get clear on your ICP. Here's why this is so important. As we move into 2021, as we ramp up revenue to get out of the ditch and to make sure that we have our company set up to thrive, even in the midst of uncertainty, what we need to do is we need to make sure that we understand clearly who we're going after. Now, I know the temptation right now, when maybe revenue's dropped, is maybe the temptation is to drop the ideal client profile and go, hey man, we'll take anything, just bring it in. Now look, if someone's handing you an order, I get it. But in terms of focusing your sales and marketing in the new year, in terms of focusing where you prospect, in terms of focusing your marketing efforts, I want to challenge you to not drop your ideal client profile. In fact, I want to challenge you to do the opposite. I want to challenge you to look at it again and go, is this descriptive of our ideal clients? Is it narrow enough? Look, if you have an ideal client profile and the ability of your sales team, you don't have a sales team that's large enough to cover the ideal prospects in your market, then maybe you need to narrow it down a little bit. If you have an ideal client profile where it's like, yeah, who do we sell to? Oh, we sell to businesses. Guess what? You don't have the resources to do that, and you're not going to get attention. You need to, once again, if an order comes in, I'm sure you'll take it. But what I want to challenge you to do is look at who are your ideal clients. So what is an ideal client? In Revenue Growth Engine, we say an ideal client meets 2 criteria. Number 1, they can buy everything that you offer. So if you look at your client list and look at your current clients and go, who are the clients in our client base that have the ability to buy everything that we offer? Maybe they're already doing it, or maybe they could. That's your ideal client. And when you count those ideal clients versus your, what I'll call average clients, the ones that maybe only buy, a little bit of what you offer, I guarantee you, I've seen this happen over and over again. When you count your ideal clients and you count your average clients, you're going to discover Vilfredo Pareto's principle in full effect. Who's Vilfredo Pareto? He's the 80-20 guy. And I've seen this happen over and over again, where companies look at their client base and realize that 20% of their clients are ideal clients. So, hey, when we look at our cross-selling effort, those are the ones you need to go after. We give you a plan to do that in Revenue Growth Engine. When it comes to prospecting, what we need to do is understand that ideal client profile so we can prospect to people who are ideal clients. Once again, we're not here to talk about that process. That's outlined in the Revenue Growth Engine. But what it allows us to do when we get clear on who our ideal clients are, we make sure that we have a sales plan and a marketing plan in place so that we have 100% coverage of our ideal clients, ideal prospects, 100% coverage of our ideal prospects, and 100% management of our ideal clients. Will we take orders from someone else? Probably, of course. But those ideal prospects and ideal clients, we need to know who they are. We need to make sure we have marketing and sales processes in place to cover them. So how do you get clear about your ideal client? One of the best ways to do it is to look at your current client base and go, who are our favorite clients? Who do we enjoy working with the most? And then also look at your client base and ask the question, which clients have the potential to buy everything that we sell? Now, what I've discovered is most of the time, the list of clients we enjoy working with the most and clients that have the potential to buy everything we sell, usually there's a lot of overlap in those lists. And what we want to find in ideal clients are the ones that can buy everything that we sell, but are also ones that we enjoy working with. They're best fit. They appreciate what we do. They value what we do. They take our advice. They see us as part of the team. They don't price shop us anytime we make a recommendation. There's trust. We've got a great relationship there. So that's your ideal client profile. You want to document that. What does that client look like? Look at demographics. look at psychographics, demographics, employee size, geography, revenue, industry, the type of stuff you'd put in a data search in in your Zoom info or D&B Hoovers. Psychographics are the types of clients, you may make that list. That's going to come out of looking at your favorite clients. Oh, they trust us. They pay their bills on time. They value our advice. They give us referrals. We want to attract those types of clients. So document the demographics and psychographics. Then what you need to do, the next step, is you need to sit down as a team, and you also need to get on the phone with some of your ideal clients or Zoom and say, hey, I'm curious, as you look into 2021, what are some of the biggest goals and challenges that you have? And listen. What you need to know is what your ideal clients will be buying in 2021. You go, Darrell, what are you talking about? Well, remember, buyers don't buy products or services. They buy the outcomes those products and services deliver. So if you sell janitorial services, before the COVID crisis, the outcome people wanted is they wanted their office to look great for visitors and prospects and investors that came in. After the COVID crisis, what did they want from a janitorial services company? They wanted sanitation. They wanted to be clean. They wanted it to be disinfected. Well, the outcomes changed. So if you sold janitorial services in 2019, people were buying a better image for their office, happier employees maybe. If you sold janitorial services in 2020, yeah, you sold the exact same service, but the outcome changed. So what people were actually buying was the ability to have a clean office and keep their employees and customers from getting sick. So here's where I'm going with this. And we're running to the end of our show, but I want to encourage you to take a deeper dive inside your revenue growth engine book in the chapter on ideal clients, because your clients and prospects don't buy the products and services you sell. They buy the outcomes those products and services deliver. The outcomes that your prospects and clients wanted changed when we entered the pandemic earlier this year. Guess what? As we begin to turn the corner in 2021, and I'm no prophet to know exactly what that's going to look like and when that's going to happen, but as we move through this pandemic, hopefully into a new normal, the outcomes are going to shift again. And we need to be on the ball. We need to understand what our ideal clients and prospects want. How do you do that? Well, pay attention, listen, talk to them, ask questions of your current ideal clients, read, pay attention to what's going on, and test those ideas against your ideal clients and figure out the outcomes they're looking for. The companies and sales teams and marketing teams that do this are going to be the ones to win in 2021. So this is the pivot, right? The pivot is not necessarily in the products or services that you sell. It's in how you talk about them, how you communicate about the outcomes they deliver, because buyers don't buy products, they buy outcomes. So this I want to just, as we wrap up today, say once again, thank you. Thank you to everybody in the Revenue Growth Engine audience. Thank you to everybody who is working together, who's worked hard all year to drive and thrive, to pivot and repivot and pivot again, to figure things out. This has been an incredibly challenging year. It's been a growing year for all of us. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who has worked so hard. And on behalf of Revenue Growth Engine and my family to yours, I want to just wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, a time of rest, a time of rejuvenation, a time of reflection. So as we head into the new year, we will be able to set ourselves up to get it done in 2021. So enjoy the holidays. I'm going to be signing off until January. We'll see you again in the new year. And I'll say it now, and you'll hear me say it again in the new year. Let's get going and let's get growing.